Hi friends, hope everyone is doing great. Welcome to my channel. This is Queen of Wands, and for you who already know me, I apologize. I haven't been very active lately. I've been dealing with some personal matters and which require my attention, and hope you guys are doing great. We're just entering April soon, so full energy with those Aries energies, and we're almost coming out of the Mercury retrograde, so everything's gonna be fine with all the moon in Libra, you know. I think facing our shadow sides, that's something that it helps in purging many aspects of ourselves, and especially in a twin flame and soulmate connection. That's a necessary evil, if we're going to put it that way, in order to heal certain areas of ourselves. Okay, and I hope you guys are already seeing changes and improvement in your life. You know, it can be financial, spiritual, emotional, intellectual, I don't know, like let me just hope you guys doing good. We got here Aries, talking about Aries, the Emperor. Even when I do personal readings, even for myself, the Emperor is like everywhere. He's like God is everywhere. We got Aries, which were actually, now we are in the element of Aries. This man, he is very, it's a strong leadership skills. He's very much in control of every actions and reactions. He's very confident. He knows what he wants. He doesn't deviate with what he plans and strategizes for the future. So it's like the fourth house in Cancer, which is the moon in Cancer. In this case, is like the moon in Aries, like, you know, that's Aries, that's so homey, that's where home is. With this energy, passionate about go-getter, authority, behavior, leadership. Maybe some of you really are going full force in your work environment, and yeah. So this is a twin flame and soulmate connection reading. So I apologize if I didn't mention that from the beginning of the reading. So what are we dealing with beside him? What is he planning and thinking, and what is going on between you and him? The Aries here in the Emperor is about the self. You know, everything, it's about me, me, me. You know, everything is somebody has to entertain me. You know, somebody has to validate me. He has to look at me. Yeah, look at that. The Six of Wands. It's about victory. It's about ta-da-da, somebody finally is blowing the horn and screaming up to the sky, and I made it, you know, screaming to the top of the, from the top of the hills, and, you know, and it's all about the self, right? And, you know, it's a bit of that play, and something is being achieved. They feel like they have conquered something and been achieved. With the six here, we have a bit of that element of Virgo, even though Wands, Six of Wands is seen more like Jupiter in Leo. I see something expanding, like a wish coming true for this Aries guy, but I feel it more is like about being noticed by others and being seen, and being, because it's about the self stuff, and, you know, achieving that a sense of victory. So here I go again, you know, like something's been achieved, but what are they achieving, and what are you hoping to achieve. Okay. It's funny how we're getting into the moon, another 4, heart chakra. What they're achieving is they're tapping into their heart chakra. And for a guy like the Emperor, he's very detached. He's a father figure. He has a heart, but he's very self-controlled. And he acts from a place of detachment, right? So he sees the bigger picture and he sees from a far future, like from in a distant aspect, like what's going to happen in the future. So his victories are predictive, what's going to happen. So whatever plans are is something that is going to happen in the future. But something is to reach to your heart, and that's what his hopes and wishes are. And maybe his heart chakra is activating and he's feeling a sense of longing. That's another one. 4, again, 4, I see like the moon in Aries, kind of, with the moon in Virgo, kind. I see the 4 is in the 4th house of Cancer. That's why I keep saying the moon. And the heart chakra, which is Cancer, it's all about feelings and the heart. And the moon is about that. So seeing the Virgo here and the Aries here, there is a sense of beauty and sexuality, but that it's transmitted through the expression of an open heart. Yes, yes. Yeah, okay. So what is crowning the matter? Okay, I'm gonna do it like this because it's gonna take forever. What is crowning the matter is 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so with the 2 of Pentacles, we have here, what do we have? It's a Capricorn, right? A sense of duality. That is what is crowning the matter. Which path do I choose, right? Weighing the pros and cons of the situation. Do I move forward? Do I stay still? So, and this guy is very programmed and very structured. So he always looks for the perfect moment to make his move or to not make a move, because he always feels like a winner. So he's, I'm not going to even make any move because I know I'm going to win. And so as soon as I see this, for some reason, my eyes just went to those rings down there, not even to the heart chakra, because I have a big heart chakra right here. So the heart is already activated, but I see like there is some in their heart. His eyes are on those rings. It's like, you know, you both are wanting the same thing. It just, you are delivering the message in different ways. And maybe timing. Sometimes the 2 is a matter of timing. When is the right timing? With the 2 of Pentacles, where there's a period of around December. Let me see that. December 22nd to the 30th. So maybe between that area, the December 22nd to the 30th, for some of you, there might be some marriage involved as well. There might be some communication and commitment. Okay. There's some movement forward around that area because the 2 of Pentacles represent that time frame. In the past, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So there is that sense of detachment. Somebody is being put against the corner. Somebody that is looking for drama, and somebody that it feels like have been put against the corner, or somebody that you know has chosen to detach themselves because they feel that they haven't reacted properly to you, in regards to you. There is a Taurus element here with the Five of Pentacles. It's in the past position though, so that's what has been like a person that not very grounded, looking for confusion and making the complicating the situation where there's no complications, but because they're, I don't know, they want to just create that sense of confusion for some reasons, or they feel that because they've hurt you now, you know, they detach themselves because they don't know how to move forward and open up their heart. Yeah, that's what it is. The 5 is communication too, so that's what the problem is with detachment of communications. And Taurus, it's about perseverance. It's also a sense of stubbornness. So you don't want to see and you don't want to act upon things based on a positive perspective, but you see the negative in things. So that's what the confusion, the disillusionment is there, because you don't want to make things easy. But the guides are telling you that the options are out there. There are many. Whatever you pick, heart chakra here, crown chakra, base chakra, which we had it. You know, all these options are gifts from God. There's a sense of, when I see 5s, I also see like learning lessons, a bit of Saturn in it, which hardships. It can be financial, material, situations, drama. All these are thrown to you in your life to expand you and help you grow and become a better person. Past position. Okay, so what are they gonna expect and you're gonna expect in the future? So let's take this. Oh, sacral chakra. A lot of sex. I don't know, that's what it says here. Sacral chakra with the Emperor in Aries, which is the Aries, right? We got Mars in Aries here, which is all about lust and sex. You know what I mean? And we got here a sense of duality with the sacral chakra here, and then the Two of Pentacles here. It's like you are two coming together in the future. And it's more like that's the victory part, like you really are building that confidence and now kind of projecting how to blend things in a physical plane. You know what I mean? Okay, so how do they see themselves? How do they see themselves? Well, right now, I see themselves like the 9 of Swords, suffering in silence, which is typical, right? They never express their feelings. They will never want to admit that they're in suffering and that they miss you and they long you, and their heart beats whenever they see you. So they're kind of suffering in silence, but they haven't lost hope. They're looking towards the light, you know, and I think they're getting some spiritual revelations, you know, and they're realizing that, you know, hope is the last thing that dies. So they haven't given up hope, and they're coming to realization that all this severance that has happened up to now, it has a greater purpose in order to instill and force things to come to a more advanced place, to a better place, right? Let's see what else with the 9 of Swords. With the 9 of Swords here, it's about completion. I think that finally it came out from the darkness on dark night of the soul, and they're seeing the light. and it's been like an exhausted journey here. You know, she's like bending on her knees, and she got this wand here and kind of helping get her on her feet and making it there. And that's the sense of mental breakdown, but that finally surrenderance, a sense of surrenderance, which is gonna finally allow them to see with clarity what's in store for them. Yeah, because they've been holding that, you know, this emperor here, he withholds his information and his emotions. He would never so he builds in all this mental exhaustion. He holds it within. Nobody knows. Everybody sees this strong man, big guy, muscular. You know, you would never think when you look at him and his picture is like the best you've ever seen. But they're very vulnerable inside. They're broken in their heart, and they're also probably shaken to the core on their mental plane too. Like they don't know what to think anymore. But I think they feel exhausted, so they kind of surrendered to that. They're coming out of that state. I just want to find out the 9. So it's a Gemini card. So something will be revealed to them that finally they're completed one cycle of the story. And then that's how they see themselves. They're finally coming out of that state of fear. But well, we'll see, because, you know, they're building some sort of confidence here, but this is also desires and sexuality. So we have here like 2 people meeting in physical, like, and there is heart chakra activated, so there is a sense of victory. So some positive cards are in store. What are we expecting now for the next week entering April? Again, another 2. So when I see too many 2s, right, it's not always the best thing. That means there's a sense of imbalance. There's that shadow side that, you know, if somebody's doing well in all these areas, usually the other is not doing well. Because I have a victory card, which is 2 and 2 and 2, it's 6, the victory card. So like I felt it from the beginning, is that sense of, you know, we got the moon in Libra here. And moon in Libra, and now with the moon in Aries too. Aries, by the way, if you don't know, it's in the astrological sign chart, is on the opposite side of Libra. So Libra is about contracts, marriage, right? People, communication, but also facing the shadow side of yourself. It's about the self, communication with yourself. So how you introduce yourself to the others, how you treat others, that's how you'll be treated. So sometimes there is the confusion, why am I getting this energy? Why am I getting this type of people doing this to me? Why, you know? Because if you feed them with certain attitude, if you give them your energy, they will respond to it, or they will try their best to get your energy. That's what moon in Libra in the opposite side of Aries is about. I feel this gentleman here, Aries, it's about the self, it's about the conscious. Aries is the first astrological sign that revolves around the sun. The planet of sun is in the middle, and all the astrological signs will start with the Aries. And we got Libra on the other side, which reflects this behavior of the Aries, which is about the self. So if somebody has this confidence in themselves, if somebody is working on the finances, if somebody has the mental stability and emotional stability, talking about the emotional intelligence, right? Somebody who reflects on their emotions, their pains, they know how to learn to heal them, they do their inner work, and they balance all these things. Usually when these are all together, they might be that the energy is that reflects the mirror of somebody else that is still not there in that place, but they want to get in the same place where you are, right? With the open heart. These are beautiful cards, actually, if you look at that from a perspective of astrology. Like we got Libra, which all about that duality and balance and fairness and justice. And we got Aries, which is very impulsive, very, strategic, a bit of go-getter, action-packed. And, with this here in the Virgo, it's like, here I am, recognize me, say something about me, it's all about me, me, me. But you know what? When you detach yourself and you work on yourself, they're going to feel that energy that, you know what? It's not about them. You're proven areas in your life that defines you as a personality, as a person, and they don't have to take the merit for that. Maybe there was a lesson learned and it was in the past, and that lesson, you put it in the past, and that's why it's in the past. But then all these areas have improved. You have to thank you for making those choices. And like I said, they maybe have improved that because you have improved that, and that's the mirror effect. But it might happen that when you are advanced and you have improved areas of your life, they are still a bit in a dilemma and confusion where they are right now in their life. These are powerful cards, actually, I would say. I've been seeing lately, actually, 2222. Like when I look at the clock, it says, especially evenings, of course, 2222. Like, 10, right? 22 is like what? 10, 22, but I see 22, 20. So, and when I see that, it's always about, are we sure everything is in proper balance, everything, right? Because what we reflect, it bounces back. It can bounce back to the other person who are not in the same level of you, how you've done your inner work. You don't just linger there and just contemplating, oh, how did this happen? You observe that information, you observe that lesson, you make it yours, and you build your character, make it stronger. You learn, you outgrow yourself, and outgrow them. And that's where the victory for you is, because you outgrow them. Look, we got the truth, and that's the truth. The Ace of Swords. Okay? We got another here powerful card. Talking about, again, the moon in Libra again. This is about action-packed, but a mental clarity. It's speaking from the heart again, because we got the heart here. Look at all the green. It comes from the ground. And this mental clarity is blended with the crown chakra here, with the purple. I see a bit of that 7 of the crown chakra, number 7, which is in Libra, the 7th house of Libra. So we got the Libra here. Libra, it's about justice. They cut through the BS, and they are highly connected also with spirituality. It's not just institutions of justice here. It's about morals too, right? It's about morals. So that's the duality. It's about using logic and emotions, and from what place are you doing what you're doing? From a place of integrity and moral and ethics? Or just from a place of instant gratification? Sacral chakra can be desires, lust, this Mars in Aries here, it's all about that too. But it's about me, what am I going to get out of this? But you're going to get nothing, because Whoever's done the inner work, they find inner peace, they're in peace with themselves and they're in love with themselves first. Okay? So, and there's no expectations when you put your work on yourself. And being of service to others, you know, we got 6 of Virgo here, being of service to others but from a place of humbleness, and not from a place of overgiving yourself. Virgo also is a sign that, now that I'm thinking, somebody here is always given to this Aries person, or whoever has this energy of Aries, being in control and manipulating, and they manipulate your power with their detachment. That's the strategy. Now, Virgo, they give because they feel they're not good enough, or why they're detaching. So let me give more, no boundaries. It can be a woman, it can be a female that is doing this to this other person. They keep giving, no boundaries. Virgo has to learn to say no, thank you. Firmly. Say no, thank you. Okay? So let's see the outcome here. Because that is the problem. Somebody is detached. Somebody, they use their detachment, their withdrawal as a form of gaining their power for themselves, but also imposing their power on others with using this control, manipulation of mind control. Okay? That's a lot of twos here doing that. The outcome is, ta-da! I don't know if this is good or bad. We got here the moon in Aquarius. I mean, the greatest deceiver of all time. 7 of Swords is not the worst, actually. 5 of Swords is in the worst. This guy's a bit of a bully. It's a bit of a drama. But when we're dealing with the moon in Aquarius, these are challenging situations. The mask will fall. This is the outcome. Because with all these moons in Libra and, you know, reflecting the self in Aries, the Aquarius, that's what's going to happen. The story is not going to hold itself anymore, you know? The moon in Aquarius, that's what it is. It's about 7 of crown chakra. Somebody is outsmarting now the teacher. You know, you're deceiving yourself sometimes, especially when you give yourself too much. Like I said, when you're being of service here, I see a Virgo element being too much of service on somebody who is withdrawn emotionally, like the Aries. And that's you deceiving yourself. That's what the moon in Aquarius is saying. It's deception, it's stealing, it's not doing things from a place of heart, but from a place of fear. This is the moon in Aquarius is also about, Aquarius is about friendships and connections. And the 7 is again in Libra, because even though moon is in Aquarius, the house of friendship and connections with others, but connection to what? We have contracts and people in the 7th house of Libra. So there is somebody that is too much of service. It's like tied down, has ulterior motives to help somebody else. They have an agenda of their own for doing what they're doing. That's why they have no boundaries. That's why they will use every technique to steal what they want, but not done from a place of integrity. They don't care. There's jealousy, there's deception. There is a third party involved. Yes. And that was the outcome here. There is a third party involved. Whether they're just friends or not, there is jealousy involved. They want somehow to participate and pretend like they're giving a hand. That's what Virgo is here. Now I'm understanding. They're acting like they're your friend. They're helping this guy who is detached like a ghost. And he accepts because probably he manipulates them too. Are you my friend? Then you do what I say. Now, because this person is stuck and is getting nothing out of this, so they impose themselves to lend a hand to help by pretending they're friends, so they can always be involved and be gratified with, glorified with, doesn't matter what the type of information. If you can be a bully, if it doesn't matter, they just get gratification just by being talked about. It's sad. These are people who are still doesn't want to face the spirituality because they're scared. With the moon in Aquarius, they're scared that they don't deserve, actually they can't forgive themselves. They don't deserve forgiveness. There is deception there. I want to see what they need to surrender. What does your twin need to surrender? And what is this other person that needs to surrender? There's always this third party that somehow, somewhere, and it's not even a matter of whether they're doing something behind your back or not, because it's just a joke, but it's just they're deceiving themselves. They just cannot face their shadow sides. That's the problem. They're scared that they're not going to be accepted in God's kingdom. They have done too many sins, and but it's bugging their conscience. That's what it is. Right now it's bugging into their conscience so bad that they don't know how to hide from it. So with the deception, it's like, I'm not even going to acknowledge the problem. I'm going to pretend that there's no problem. So they put a mask on, they put themselves up there, they sing their song, and they act like, you know, I'm cool. I don't even see the truth. Even though the truth is right there. You're full of shit, you know? You're like, you can fool me. You can fool your conscience. It's bugging into their conscience. Big time. That's what the moon in Aquarius and moon in Libra does to the self. When they reflects your bullshit backward, but people who have done their inner work, it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect them. Now, surrender the idea you can fix someone. You see? Some people here act like they're helpers. Oh, I'm here to fix you. I'm here to help you. I'm here. You focus on yourself, my friend. You focus and heal yourself and fix yourself, because you look at your conscience. The only way to fix yourself is admitting what flaws you got within, and you work within yourself and focus on yourself. Don't play the games like being the martyr here. You see, it's saying it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. How many times have I said this? Me or you, nobody can fix nobody. We can speak our truth. We can put the cards on the table. In the end, only you gonna want to dig in your conscience and admit your flaws and your wrongs and your undoings and what you've done to others with your jealousy and your deception and your lies and your masks on and pretending like nothing is going on, like life is good and I've done nothing wrong. You surrender. I have surrendered a long time ago. I've just, all I've done is working on myself. I said to my God, I said, God, forgive them, Father, because they don't know what they're doing. Forgive them, Father. I can, that's all. Everybody has got to do their own healing. Surrender to receiving support and love. That's another thing. And I've been feeling this lately. Allow the love and support of others in. Rather than trying to handle everything yourself, this can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Now, you got to do the work yourself. But in the same time, what I feel, and I felt this yesterday, because they've done so much deception, they are not willing to admit their fault. Love and help comes first by admitting your wrongs, but not putting a facade. First, admit your wrongs. You don't actually have to come and knock on my door and say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, and give me the forgiveness speech. But I need to see that you truly are, you know, genuine with your action, and from the heart you feel that, you know, you have you admit your flaws and faults, and you don't want to play the game. You know, you can tell when somebody keeps playing the game and pretends. But when you see no resentment, that means you haven't forgiven yourself, and you are not asking for forgiveness, or you're not asking to receive support. They have done so much wrong that they think that God is not going to forgive them. That's the thing. They're hiding from karma. They feel like going to get punished so heavily that there's no solution to this. There's no forgiveness. That's another thing. Just give me a sec. Sorry. So yeah, they cannot surrender the idea that actually God can give them a hand, and everybody's welcome in God's kingdom. That's the thing. They have done too many deceptions, and they fear that they're not welcomed. They're not welcome. That's the thing. So there is a learning lesson also for us here, in the sense that we always got to give these people to improve and to correct themselves and to forgive themselves. Because if we're holding grudges, they're going to hold grudges against themselves too. So that's another thing. But if you give them the space to correct, and because they can do the healing, not you, you cannot entertain their ego. You know, they got to want from a genuine place to really work on themselves and not use this deception anymore. If there's nothing you can do, and they don't want to accept a love from God, and carry the light within themselves with their actions, that is their problem. You can only do so much. But I think they're kind of given up of being given a chance to get love and light from God, because they're always under judgment. But they choose to be there. They use deception and fear and ego to get validation. Sorry. So what are you, divine feminine? What do you have to surrender? Yeah. What do you have to surrender? Okay, so this Monte Cup. Okay, surrender to divine timing, which probably some of you have completely surrendered to it. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. And this is so beautiful, because it goes hand to hand. Surrender to complete healing. Complete healing, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Talking about physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. That's where you are right now. Whoever is in this space, that means they have come full circle and they have achieved this. And let me tell you something, because I feel I am in that space. I have surrendered what's going to happen to my future and when it's going to happen. I swear, since the moment that I start focusing on myself and my life and my immediate family members and my work and my colleagues and friends and people that interact on daily basis, and I improve myself there, that's that you have let go of the outcome and what's going to happen into the future with certain person, or the person that you want to be with, or is beyond your control. That's what everybody needs to understand. This is divinely guided. We've heard this so many times. That union is going to happen, and that's when you're completely healed, when you have completely forgotten when it's even going to happen. You carry love in your heart, but then you let it in God's hands. What's gonna happen, when the gift is gonna happen. Okay, look. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Why do you think I haven't been here? Because spring is on the way. I prefer to go outdoors and walk with my son, walk with friends, walk on my own. I love to walk alone. Look at heart chakras here. It's saying, replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. It's so important to be out and in touch with nature. It's very important. And that's why I also detach myself a bit here from doing the readings, because I love nature. I'm so in tap with nature. It inspires me. My mom was very in tune with nature and the birds. She was a writer. She used to write lyrics and poetry. So she was a Pisces. So that's where all her creativity would get activated by being, in nature. So it's so important, people, that's how you let everything go in divine timings. That's the thing, because when you start living life, that's when you know that you have healed. When you start living your life and not worried about this person and that person, these people, they got to do their healing on their own. You cannot do it for them. They do what they do because they want attention and validation, and they think they won the battle. Maybe they won a battle. Maybe they got instant gratification. Their ego was fed. That's fine. You know what? But you know what? When you go to work every day, when you pay your bills, when you go out, have fun, do what you do, take care of your responsibilities, it's you who's doing that, not them. By the way, sorry to change the subject. I just got a new deck and it's called Life Purpose from Doreen Virtue, and smells new. I love all this green today. For some reasons, I feel the green heart chakra activated. It's just beautiful. So I just want to shuffle quickly, and I want to get, because it's already 42 minutes, and I apologize I kept you guys so long, but I want to find what is the life purpose, okay? Let's look at some life purpose here. And this is more just to add a little bit of, people sometimes are confused. What is my life purpose now that I'm awakened? What's going to happen with me? What should I be doing? It will come. I'm not even sure what my life purpose is. My mom was a teacher, a literature. My father started his career like that too. But then he was a journalist, and then he did other things. He is an Aquarius, so he was all about, leading the masses and very diplomatic and all that. But I know I always had something related to spirituality, but I haven't fully developed it because I also have a day job, which is like full-time job, and I have a son. So, whoa, teaching. I just shuffled right now. Look at that. You inspire young people to learn. My mom was, I feel like my mom's spirit is just around me. It's just crazy. She was a teacher of literature. And I always loved to teach. It's funny because it reminds me when my son was in grade 1 and grade 2, when the parents go sometimes and tell stories. I love to do that. Every time I went to teach, or actually to read a book to the kids and to my son in front of the class, that's exactly me right there. Everybody was laughing and enjoying it. Hey, Tristan, remember that? When I was to your school?
Remember what?
When I was in grade 1 and grade 2 and I came to read you guys a book.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Teacher, the same card popped up again. That's sick, man. I'm just telling you. That's my mom's spirit right there. Okay, that's okay. No worries. So yeah, that's a teacher. You probably can be a teacher. You can teach everything. You can teach pottery, you can teach art, you can teach music, you can teach somebody to play an instrument, you can teach somebody to sing, you can teach to draw, you can teach somebody to cook, you can teach somebody to walk, help, anything, okay? But before you teach somebody, we gotta learn our lessons first and let somebody else teach us, you know? Because, and you gotta experience pain in a way that that really enlightens you and awakens you. Oh yeah, and then you're thankful. You're thankful for all the pain. Only then you heal that, and then only then, yes, you can teach others, because it's the sense of humbleness. It's a sense of, it's a gift that was everything. This full comes to full circles. It's a gift. And you say, thank you, God. Thank you, my Lord, for all the lessons that I've learned in this planet Earth, and all my knowledge, my spiritual, and my wisdoms that I've gained over these years. I want to be of service to somebody, and just telling my story, teaching. So beautiful. Okay, what that is for me. What else? How about, everybody has their own calling, but how about for divine masculine? Oh, that thing fell. Career change. Ooh, powerful. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. Damn! Somebody's changing their career. Look at that. The lighthouse. And that's like the big enlightenment. And look at the angel on top of the lighthouse. Somebody is going to really change the course of their career. And it might involve spirituality that is going to actually bring abundance on a mental, emotional, and financial level. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to leave it at this time, just because I don't want to hold you too long. But if you want, I can quickly put you some romantic cards on the place, just, to make things a bit more fun. But you guys are doing great. We've been doing a lot with the moon in Libra, moon in Aries. We've had moon in Aquarius mixed with that Virgo element of being too much of service on others without knowing your own boundaries, without knowing when to say no. Like I said, recapping a bit here, like fixing others, you can only do so much. They got to know. They gotta learn to fix themselves, and gotta surrender to divine guidance and accept there's the awakening process of this, and understanding that there's something beyond you and me that is guiding this whole thing. And unless you don't recognize that, and you work from an ego place, because you do have free will, right? You do have, and when you act from a place, God gives you the space to make your move. But when you act from a free will, God throws you one of those lessons, and they're like, wrong answer. I let you, but wrong answer. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Look, this guy on his knees with a rose, and she's like, she's so confident. I'm telling you, divine feminists, most of them, because they haven't just been sitting around with a sacral chakra here, they're confident. They're like, I don't care, I'm doing my thing. Her shoulders are straight and her chin is up, and then she's like, he is looking for attention. He wants attention, gratification. He's like, I don't know how she does it. because I'm suffering here and I don't know what to do. He looks for that, looking for that small gratification is not going to get you nowhere. Really. You got to think big, and you got to love yourself more, definitely. And that's when you work, when you approach things from a place of genuine interaction, from a place of heart, right? Without any expectations, because it's beyond your control. And that's what you need to realize. Yeah. So what are they truly desiring from one another? Divine masculine, divine feminine. Sorry guys, this took like long, but who knows when I do the next reading? You know me. I pop up like once a month. Yeah, forgiving and learning. That's what they truly desire from one. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This is a powerful card. Powerful card. So surrender to receiving support and love. It's a bit like the reciprocity, you know, the number 2s that I've been receiving, 222, that pattern. It's about equal give and take, and it's about forgiving and learning, taking the lessons, observe it, and accept it, and release it. Okay, and forgive yourself and forgive the others. I know some of you divine masculines and divine feminines, you have forgiven the counterpart. The problem, the cycle of this karma keeps lingering is because they cannot forgive themselves. So they use this deception card, which keeps coming out of ego and fear and just getting moment gratification. They're not actually having real communication, but just an illusion, a simulation, because that's what new moon in Aquarius does. You don't have direct, it's a mask. It's not direct communication. It's a communication done through a third party, through a simulation, through internet. Aquarius is about higher communications, high tech, internet. So it's not direct communication. So they get their instant gratification by doing this, but it's not taking them anywhere. They're just buying time because it hurts so much, so they just heal for a few weeks, and then what? Living in fear like that? I don't know how they live like that. It's miserable. So they have to learn to cut that out and forgive themselves for that cycle being constantly repeating. It's out of fear, because fear of losing you, and it's their way of getting that information that, okay, are they still thinking about me? Oh, okay. Do they still know I exist? Oh, okay, good. And then what? Okay, yeah, you know, exists. But you know what? You left a bitter taste in somebody else's mouth. But you know what? I forgive you. Do you forgive yourself? Because that's the question. That's what the thing is here. And that's the card that pops up between the two of you. If one of the two of you have forgiven themselves and forgiven the others, then it's fine. If the other, then it's a karmic cycle that comes. Even in twin flames, there can be like karma between them, because they're creating this karma, this cycle. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, or the World card, or the Judgment card. All these have like a big circle. You know, all these circles that you see, full circles, there's a reason why they exist. Everything comes to full circle. If you learn your lesson, you go to the next lesson to learn. It comes to full circle. Open your heart chakra, that's it, it's activated. Next lesson. That means you are willing to open up your heart. Yeah, that's powerful card right there. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and hopefully I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye. Bye.